And welcome back to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for the segment. And this segment is going to be promoting, well, not promoting, but talking about a Fire Prevention Week. This hopefully will broadcast during that week. This should be on October 11th, which hopefully is Saturday. And that's the week of Fire Prevention Week, which is Fire Prevention Month, which is in October, and that's thanks to what? Chicago, the Great Chicago Fire, which happened on October 9th in 1871, and that's one of the things that happened in my kind of town, Chicago. So, O'Leary's cow, blah, 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 you know the story as good as I do. We have the honor to have with us from the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Squad, Lieutenant Steve Moody, and we also have Tiffany Murray, another AmeriCorps member as myself. The lieutenant will be talking about the month, Fire Prevention Month. Tiffany will be talking a little bit about what will be happening just prior to when we air this program. Even though we tape on Friday, you won't see until later on Saturday. So I'd like to welcome you both here. And Lieutenant Moody, tell us a little bit about what your department is doing for Fire Prevention Month and week.
We have it scheduled right now through the month of October to go to all the elementary schools and some of the daycares and private schools here in this community. And we just kind of touch base with pre-K and kindergarten all the way up to fifth graders and talk about the importance of fire safety really and what it relates to, such as early notification, playing with matches, lighters, smoke detectors, and stuff like that, and the importance of escape routes and stuff like that.
Right, because we've had problems with, since you're going with the kids, every now and then we have a rash of the youngsters starting fires, whether it be at home or we lose some mesquite trees out where I live too from time to time.
Yeah, we've had significant problems in Pahrump in the area of juvenile fire starters, and Pahrump Fire Rescue, Chief Lewis and Anita Smith, Lieutenant, I've really been focusing on the juvenile fire starters and the importance of kids with access and would they have lighters, matches, stuff like that, and fireworks, and how are they getting them, and kind of educating the public, parents, and stuff like that to try to mitigate the problem with that.
Right, and that's the theme of this year is the smoke detectors, and that's what we'll be talking about in a minute or so. But because I was over at the fire station asking for you guys to come over, and the lady behind the window says, We'll get you somebody. She says, I'm copying a whole bunch of papers to information to hand out to the schools.
Yeah, we've been doing the fire prevention with the students, and then we've been bringing home or giving the teachers take-home packets for the kids to meet with their parents and talk about the importance of fire prevention, smoke detectors, changing their batteries. Usually, they say when you change the clocks forward and backward to do your smoke detectors. And it's important to clean your smoke detectors too. Get some can of the computer air spray and get the dust and stuff out of your smoke detectors and stuff too while you're changing the batteries is really important. And then the other thing is the escape route out of your house. There's a diagram for each of the parents that can draw a diagram of your house and try to talk about where your escape routes are in your house, back door, front door, windows, teach your kids how to open the windows properly. But I always suggest too, and I've been telling the kids this week, is if there's a fire and your door's shut and you feel the heat in the door, don't open it and then go out the window, and then have a meeting place such as a tree in the front of your house. So everybody knows to meet at that area, and then try to stay there with the family so the parents don't have to run around trying to find their children. And it's important.
Right. This is a little funny, but it's true, and it's very serious. When you're cooking in the kitchen, if you have your smoke detector in the wrong spot, a lot of times you say, dinner is done because the smoke alarm went off. Don't take the batteries out to justify that. Move the smoke alarm so it's away from the area that's right above your range, and put it someplace else in the kitchen. Don't disarm it or take it away. Okay, that's not going to solve the problem. So So, Tiffany, you're going to be talking to us about the smoke alarm program that the Red Cross is going to be sponsoring with the AmeriCorps members.
Yes. Last year, 15 people died and 40 were injured in home fires in southern Nevada. So the American Red Cross had implemented a home fire preparedness campaign, and that was to be able to go out into different neighborhoods and educate people. So earlier today, that's what we did. We went out into different neighborhoods, spoke with different houses, found out if they had smoke alarms, and if they didn't, we actually installed them for them. Just try to give them some information in regards to the hazards of not having them, like you said, having them in the wrong place. If the batteries are going out, they can miscommunicate because one will communicate with another in another room. So having the batteries out or going out can cause problems. So we actually installed the alarms and gave batteries to people that needed them, and then just tried to educate them on the hazards of not having them and prepare them for the future. This is a new 5-year campaign.
Right.
So they will be doing this every year. They are trying to reduce the deaths and injuries by 25% by the 5th year. So
there's a good logo. While you're talking also about the smoke detectors, and we'll pull that off the internet. So there's more information on that also. I think the headers are up there about who to call.
yes, anybody who has any information in regards to the campaign or about being able to get a fire alarm for their house, batteries, or just any more information, they can contact myself directly at Nye Communities Coalition, or they can contact the American Red Cross of the Southern Nevada chapter, and that number is 702-791-3311.
Okay, great. So that's so if you didn't get connected with somebody from this morning, all is not lost. You can call those numbers or do the website and hook up with somebody over there to make sure your smoke detector is working or getting one.
Correct.
Yes.
Having one installed or just having batteries for the ones that you have.
Most of the newer homes, all the new homes, manufactured homes, that's wrong, stick-built homes, we'll call them, have the smoke detectors in them. They're 110 volts and or battery power. They're on both. If you have a two-story, I have a two-story. We're in both floors, and I have probably around 6 or 7 through the house. So have one in all the bedrooms, hallway, kitchen, and things like that.
Correct.
Something somewhere that's extremely important, and where something can go wrong, like the kitchen. So, Lieutenant, did you want to have anything else?
No, if anybody else had any other questions, year-round, you can always contact the lieutenant number, which is 775-209-5882. You can contact at any time, and if you need, if you're elderly and need a battery changed or any questions about it, just give us a call, and we're definitely here to help and do a public assist and do it.
Right, you can't beat that. So this past weekend we had the AmeriCorps members, which I'm one of those, as Tiffany is also, and we have to thank you for going out there and doing that. And Lieutenant, and you do your job 24/7, you guys.
Yeah, we're 24/7. You can call anytime, and we're here to help. So we take fire prevention very seriously, and we take the smoke detectors and stuff, and to juvenile fire starters, anything we can to help out. So.
All right, I thank you both for coming. And what we did while we were here taping, we ran into Lloyd Zeal, the public information officer from the American Red Cross, who is doing a lot of work on this. He was connecting with our station on that, and he did an interview that you saw Friday night. And also, he did a part of the interview we'll show you at the end of the show, which is coming up right now. So we want to thank Lieutenant, Tiffany, and you for watching, and please stay safe. Remember to check your batteries at least twice a year when you change your clocks, and that's coming up real soon. So thank you all for coming, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
On Saturday, Red Cross volunteers and folks from the community are getting together at Station 1 so that they can go out to neighborhoods and go door to door and talk to people about fire safety. You know, a lot of people don't have a plan or what to do in case of fire, and we want to come and make sure that the Pahrump Valley and people here have smoke alarms at work. If they don't have smoke alarms, we're bringing some with us, and batteries, and just basically fire preparedness information, because families need to have a plan and know what to do when a fire affects them.
We're really high on the list of fire occurrences here in Pahrump.
Over the course of the last year, there have been a number of fires out here in Pahrump that we want to make sure that the community here has all of the tools that they need, or some tools that they can utilize, so that they can be able to make informed decisions on how to prepare their family. People need to know how to get out of the house. People need to know, keep kids out of the kitchen when you're cooking at the holidays. You know, people running around knocking things over, you know, just safety tips just to make good decisions so that hopefully a fire doesn't happen.
You're looking for volunteers for tomorrow.
We could use all the volunteers that we can get. You know, it's a great opportunity for groups, faith-based groups or civic groups, to get together, come out. We'll give you the material, and we're going to let you go out and tell your neighbors how to make sure that they and their families are safe. Make sure that they know how to respond when something is happening in their home, or how to best make a plan in case something happens.
Are you looking for volunteers also to be representatives out here in Pahrump during the rest of the year?
We are looking for volunteers in the Pahrump area. We have some of them out here. You know, we're all part of the Las Vegas region chapter, which covers the whole state of Nevada now. And we are looking for Red Cross volunteers in southern Nevada. A fire happens where the Red Cross responds on average every 19 hours. So there are Red Cross volunteers that get up and go out and meet a family that are standing at the end of their driveway in wet socks that have just lost their home. And what we find is it's a great opportunity for community members and citizens to be able to show their support of their neighbors, to come out and be able to be a Red Cross volunteer so that they can get the help that they need when they need it.
So for people to participate in tomorrow's event, how do they do that? And how do they find out about being a volunteer on a daily basis?
There are a lot of different ways that people can get involved with the American Red Cross. One of the ways in which you can start to be a volunteer is to go to redcross.org/Southern Nevada, and there are tabs on there. You can follow it through on how to volunteer. If you don't have time to do that, I'd love to have you just show up at Station 1 tomorrow morning. They're going to get started at 8 o'clock, so 7:30, 7:45, show up, and we'll make sure that somebody has some work for you to do.
Bring your friends.
Absolutely. Bring friends, bring family, bring your group. It's a great way to show that your group or your family cares about your neighbors.